This week in censorship, we learned that YouTube is updating their terms of service next week and added a little clause that reads, they may delete your account if it's no longer commercially viable. Quote, YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. It appears that this means if a channel is demonetized, which we've seen happen to numerous sizable channels in the last few months, or a significant portion of the videos are demonetized, and you're costing YouTube bandwidth by having them host your videos, they may just delete the account. Mashable reported, quote, as written, these broad terms give YouTube the power to delete a creator's account if they upload or live stream video that, for example, doesn't pull in enough advertising revenue. YouTube then claimed that that's not what the new terms of service mean at all, and we're just reading them wrong. They didn't even issue a statement to the press about this or send a follow-up email to all of us YouTubers who got the original email about the terms of service update. Every news article about this supposed clarification is pointing to a tweet that they sent out, not even really publicly. It was in a response to one Twitter user who was concerned about this, and they claim that we're just misunderstanding it. But don't worry guys, YouTube just released this video instructing us to make more inclusive content.
YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice and show them the world. If you're looking for ways to make your content more inclusive and appeal to a broader audience, then you are watching the right video. We're going to cover tips on how your YouTube channel can foster greater inclusion and show you how your channel can be a force for good.
Oh, YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice. That's why they took down a video from the Conservative Heritage Foundation, which simply consisted of a medical doctor talking about the rainbow people and their genders. As they say in Pig Latin, that's 8 hay each spay, and that's not allowed. And speaking of the rainbow people, South Park just did a hilarious episode on transgender athletes, and of course, the liberals are now calling for it to be banned.
I can't tell you how free I feel now that I've started identifying as a woman.
They've sunk to a new low, says Pink News, a Rainbow People website. This week, Disney launched their own streaming service to compete with Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime called Disney Plus, which contains their enormous catalog of films. And some people are upset because some of those old Disney cartoons are offensive. They did put trigger warnings on several of the films, however. Disney issues outdated cultural depictions warning for old movies, but they won't remove the Acist Ray Dumbo crows. This week, we also learned that Instagram has expanded their test of hiding the like count on posts worldwide for a select group of users, which they may roll out to everyone soon. Of course, this is a way for them to prevent people from gauging the popularity of posts, so when they shadow ban certain content, it's harder to detect. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey said that it was, quote, a great move, and has been coming under increasing pressure to do the same thing.
What is the timeline for re-examining how you show follower counts or the use of the like button?
You know, we're looking and thinking about all these things right now. We've definitely had conversations about them.
But would you say, like, by the end of the year, there's going to be those fundamental changes to Twitter?
I worry about a time frame like that because we also need to take into consideration we're a small company.
And in case you missed it, both YouTube and Facebook are deleting any posts or videos that mention the so-called whistleblower's name in what has got to be the most widespread Orwellian censorship across the internet in modern history. Of course, people are coming up with all kinds of clever ways to avoid their posts getting detected by the AI overlords, by adding dashes and dots in between the letters or putting the name in a meme, and the New York Times is upset about it. The whistleblower's purported name keeps evading Facebook and YouTube's defenses. The site said they would delete posts that include the purported name of the Ukrainian whistleblower, but the name keeps reappearing. I wonder how much longer it'll be before Google jumps on the bandwagon and starts censoring the search results too. We as American citizens aren't allowed to know or dare say the name of the man who's trying to bring down the President of the United States. But if you happen to make a funny meme that goes viral, like that guy who slowed the video down of Nancy Pelosi, then the media's gonna be all over top of you. We found the guy behind the viral Pelosi video, bragged the Daily Beast. That video racked up millions of views and sparked a national conversation. But knowing who the whistleblower is just isn't important. The liberal media industrial complex is doing everything that they can to control the flow of information because, as Jim Morrison said, whoever controls the media controls the mind. I mean, what's next? Are they going to try to shut down all private schools to force the kids to go to government indoctrination centers? Oh, wait, what's this? Forbes magazine reports that the British Labour Party has passed a motion to abolish private schools and that should they gain the majority in the election that looks to be happening in the coming months, a sea change in the British education system is looming. The London Guardian reports there is no longer any justification for private schools in Britain. Oh, of course not. The government always knows what's best. And I'm sure if or when the Democrats gain power again in the United States, they'll try to do that here as well. Thankfully, we still have books, and speaking of books, my new one, The Liberal Media Industrial Complex, is still on the Amazon Top 10 bestseller list at number 5, so I hope you order it in paperback on Amazon.com or download the ebook onto your tablet from any of the major ebook stores. And this is pretty incredible considering that Jim Acosta's book dropped off the Amazon Top 100 after 2 days. Mine's been in the top 10 for 3 so far. It made it up to number 2 yesterday, so I want to thank everybody who ordered the book. And a lot of people think it made it up to number 1, but it's only number 1 in its category. But number 2 out of every book in the entire world isn't bad. If you like my short and sarcastic YouTube videos, you're really gonna love the book, because it's everything that I want to say on YouTube, but I can't. So head on over to Amazon.com or click the link in the description below and check it out!